Hey guys, TSW here, and in this video I'm going to go through the heroic mode tactics for Alysrazor. If you want the normal mode tactics, in the description there will be a link to my video which I uploaded on TGN featuring everything you need to know about normal mode. In this video I'm just going to cover specifically how I tank it and also the changes for heroic mode. So unfortunately the screen's a little bit off from where the camera is, so I'll be looking down a little bit. But yeah, this is heroic Alysrazor. Let me just full screen the preview. Basically, I'm just whacking this guy. What's this? I can't see what he's called because the preview is really poor quality. But yeah, I just like smack him with my shield. And there's a mob in the middle called a Herald of the Burning End. What he will do is cast a Cataclysm, which will do insane like 1,000,000 damage to everyone within 5 yards. Basically, all that does is mean that you have to have one tank per hatchling, because obviously the hatchlings focus on the person closest to them, and you could just have everyone spread really far away from them and have one tank him in the middle and then cleave, kill them really quickly. But it just basically means you have to have two. Also, instead of having two hatchlings and then doing phase 2, 3, then back to having two hatchlings, you have two sets of two hatchlings, so you have double the amount of hatchlings, whereas normally you'd have one hatchling each per tank. After killing it once, and more spawn. I don't know what happened with Fraps here. I missed like the last 20 seconds of that. I don't know why. Epic fail on Fraps. But here we'll do it again, I guess. The molten eggs have landed. I'm obviously going to be standing closest to them, so it will fixate on me. I did get expertise and hit cap for this. I have a expertise trinket on, some unforged some gear, so it had more expertise on. And basically, what I did was not wait necessarily for the tantrum to bring my hatchling over the worm to make it satiated and to drop the tantrum. What I did was basically, I had a timer on the left hand side telling me the duration of the satiated. So if satiated was 3 seconds left, I counted in my head 3, 2, 1. Okay, from now on my hatchling can get tantrum and I'm going to be in trouble. So I knew that basically the longer it wasn't satiated and the satiated dropped off, the higher the chance of my hatchling getting basically raping me. And as you can see here, this is a change on heroic mode. I can't remember what it's called exactly off the top of my head, but basically there were like lines and like waves on the floor. Basically, get away from them. They run in the direction where Alysrazor is, basically getting behind one of the meteors. You DPS one of the meteors, and that's the line of sight point to avoid the, oh, what's it called? Is it the firestorm? I think it might be the firestorm. Yeah, firestorm. Why not? That sounds about right. It's kind of like a storm, and it's a boss made out of fire. Firestorm. So as you can see, I've just grabbed my hatchling. Its satiate has ended, and basically what I want to do is try and save my cooldowns as much as possible. What you don't want to do is to have tantrum shit cooldown, because basically on heroic mode you get like 2-shot by the hatchlings. And what you don't want to do is be like, okay, he's got tantrum, shield wall, and then go to a worm and it gets satiated, because then later on, if you do it really quickly and then sometimes they can get a third tantrum, and if you don't have cooldowns or if the healers don't have you can easily die from that. So you really have to try and save your cooldowns as much as possible in case you do get a third if you get too early tantrum straight away, because what tends to happen is it'll be satiated and then off, and then 5 seconds later tantrum. But sometimes it can have tantrum almost instantly, and if you get 2 of those, you need to go to your worms ASAP or use cooldowns. And then if you get a third, because it's really hard, it's kind of hard to explain. Ideally, what you want to happen is satiated ticks off, and then you have 10 seconds, and then it tantrums. So basically, you have one worm easily left. Basically, you've got plenty of time in the world for you to DPS it. Also, there's a little bit of a DPS race because you want to obviously get the adds down for more spawn, or you have to ideally get behind the meteor to avoid the firestorm. And here you see we've cycled through the whole thing. We've gone through the cyclone vortex thing. And then we have the nuke phase. We have our druid tanking the boss, although I did say to our raid leader next week, can I be tanking at this point, because I reckon on world logs I can get rank 1. by tanking at this point, because I'm obviously getting lots more rage. I'm able to do more damage. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Maybe next week. I'll let you know how I get on with that. Again, just get behind the boss as it's on heroic. There's a lot more damage going out. Just keep those raid heals going, and then it's basically rinse and repeat. I'll go over a little bit about what I'm doing specifically, and again, if you want normal mode tactics, I'm not really covering normal mode tactics, link in the description for my TGN normal guide video. So I just basically do one hit on that mob, just because I can. The bushfire will always focus the person who the mob's targeted on, I think. There will spawn the guy in the middle, the guy that spawned that cast Cataclysm. Stay away from him. It's only like a 5-yard raid, but it will one-shot you, like do 1,000,000 damage and one-shot you. Grab the hatchling. What I do is I devastate until he focuses me. I get my buff, increasing my damage by 1,000%. Shield block, shield slam, boom, like 127,000 crit there or something. And then what I'm doing now, running it over the worm. Sometimes the worms can be a real pain and they won't be consumed immediately, and you'll take an extra swing, and that can be really annoying, as well as the worms flaming you. I find that using heroic leap here is very good, as well as the stamina trinket that drops on trash in Firelands. Just pop it, instant 20k heal or whatever, as well as health stones. They're very, very handy. You can also potentially time your shield block if you are dying, or you can use your shield block to with talented abilities double the damage of your shield slam. What is it? Heavy repercussions, I think. I do die here just because the was it a tantrum that I died from? I can't remember. I'm not really watching. But yeah, and then we have the more eggs. There's always something to do, and I think there I was rezzed on the other side of the room, and it completely threw me off. And I'm like, the druid's here. What? We're both on the same egg. There's an egg that's going to go for a random person, so I heroic leap over. And as you can see here, I think I went to that worm really early, and if I went to this next worm really early, that would be the time where I'd be very likely to have a third tantrum. And if I don't have my cooldowns, or the healers don't have theirs, or people aren't, watching what they're doing, you can very easily die. Also, watch out for the debuff. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it'll tick damage on you for like a minute or 30 seconds, unless you drop below 50% HP. So a lot of the time it's like, guys, stop hitting TSW. He's still got the buff, the debuff rather. And as I hear, damage isn't quite as good as it perhaps could have been. It doesn't really matter too much. If you are getting behind the meteors on the ground when the what's it called, the firestorm happens. But as you can see, it's coming down. I'm like a weather reporter. It's coming down basically from the opposite side that where we're standing on the meteor. You can kind of see it on the ground. If not, look up with your camera and you'll see Alysrazor. Basically, get behind the meteor where Alysrazor is. And now we're having another egg phase. I think my fraps is completely messed up. I tried to sync it up best I could, but something has gone drastically wrong with this. I do not know what's going on. So for the third time we've got ads, or the fourth, I don't know. It must be the fourth. Yeah, it must be the fourth. Although I don't know. I'm completely lost, and I'm only going to do this in one take, so I'm going to go to bed anyway. Like, I wanted to make a video, and I've not done one for Alysrazor, so here it is. And this is kind of like diary entry number 16, because at the moment it's just progression, and oh my god, progression! It like so much time. It's like I raid 5 hours 5 days a week, and they want me to raid on Fridays as well, so that's like 6 days a week. But a lot of the time I get out on the Fridays. But yeah, it's a lot of time that I could be spent doing other stuff, namely making videos on YouTube, like my tanking guide. People have been asking me like how far I've got on it, and the answer is nowhere, because it's just progression. I'm raiding all the time. What day is this? It's like Saturday I'm recording this, so I've got like 4 AM on Saturday, so I've got a bit of time on Saturday, I guess. I can put towards making some other videos, but like I need like a week or two free. That's like without any raiding to be able to make a tanking guide, and even then 2 weeks would be like a rushed job, and I really wouldn't want to do that. I'd want to do something that I take my time with, make like 10 videos regarding tanking all at the same time, so they're all formatted the same sort of template, all linked together, annotations, that sort of thing. And I'm not really talking about Alysrazor at all, but I don't know. if you want Alysrazor tactic, you've got the normal one that I did well in the description. What else do we have? Yeah, that's all the differences. The firestorm that you get midway through the fight, 2 sets of ferocious hatchlings instead of 1 set of 2, and the herald of the burning end casting cataclysm in the middle. All in all, it's very dependent on the players avoiding and getting behind the what's it called, like the meteors, are they? Getting behind the meteors during the firestorm. That's very dependent on the player, but generally speaking, not hard. What I find in raids is it's so invaluable having someone say firestorm is coming in 10 seconds. Just say that every single pull, and that's something that we don't necessarily have all the time, but it's like, how hard is it for somebody to just, like, out of 25 people, one person say firestorm in 10 seconds, get ready to get behind the meteor? I think that's so easy to just cut 10-20% of wipes right away, and then it's more or less like personal maneuverability, I guess, during the fire tornadoes. I do die here again. I died twice on those hatchlings. I don't normally die on the hatchlings, but apparently I died twice on the kill. Oh yeah, that's because the fight went on forever, basically. So that was the 5th hatchling I was tanking. So yeah, and the boss was on like 2% or something. Do I have anything else to say? God, like I keep saying my UI's coming and coming, but again, progression, not being able to make videos that often. I'm showing you the loot here because I know everyone wants to see what the loot was like, so voila. I do get the legs for off-spec. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, thumbs up please. Leave me a comment of anything, what's on your mind, or what you'd like me to see in the future. Oh yeah, I'll also probably tomorrow make a TGM video for the legendary boss is part of the quest chain. It's quite a unique kill, I guess, but you can look forward to that. Also, not really sure. I'll do some more videos soon, and God, as soon as we kill Rag Heroic, you'll see a lot more videos from me when we stop raiding as much as we are now. So yeah, you got that to look forward to. Right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.